sure you'll be very cosy in your little compartment.
Cupboard?
Compartment. It's got its own little light and everything. Oh, it'll be fine, Mum. Just you wait and see. Come on, come and sit yourself down in this comfy chair. Oh, it's a rocker. Look at that. There you
dangerous.
go. Oh, you'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, it's a lovely view, isn't it?
It's the car park.
Well, I meant the view beyond the car park.
It's a hill.
How about a nice cup of tea?
I do not want a cup of tea.
Oh. Cold drink, then.
Or a cold drink.
Are you hungry? I could get Sheila to make you a sandwich if you want.
I do not want one of Sheila's sandwiches. Thank you very much. You know me, John. I'm not one to make a fuss or complain, but she will insist on using brown bread, and she knows I cannot digest brown bread with my delicate stomach. And another thing, she uses that buttery spread out of a tub. I like real butter, and the wrappers come in very handy.
What do you want the wrappers for?
Oh, greasing the cake tins and buttering the cat's paws when you move house.
Well, you haven't got a cat. And you're not moving house, are you?
Well, not at the moment, but I'm sure Sheila would like it if I did.
Oh, Mum, you know Sheila's very fond of you.
Oh, if you say so, son.
Come on. Take off your hat and cardy. I'll go hang them up in your compartment for you.
I will not be taking off me hat or cardy.
Oh, are you worried about getting cold? Oh, I've got a blanket in the car. Would you like me to fetch it for you?
Do you know what I'd really like?
Oh, just name it.
I'd like to go home. And I'd like to go home now.
Sheila!
Hello, Laura, love.
Hello, Mom. Dad's rung and told me all about it. Any change?
No, she's still sitting there in her deck chair with her hat and coat on.
And how long has it been now?
Oh, 1 hour and 6 minutes. You know, I had to chase 2 kids away that were playing soccer. They were using her as a goalpost.
And where's Dad?
Oh, he's off on one of his wanders. He's hoping I'll have it sorted by the time he gets back.
I am sorry. I know how much you were looking forward to this little break. Just the 2 of you.
Oh, still, I can make the best of it. I'm looking forward to dining on their on-site restaurant. They have a healthy cuisine and serve wonderful salads, and they even make their own whole wheat bread.
Wow, that sounds lovely. How did she find out? Or is that a silly question?
Oh, that's a silly question. I told him not to say anything to her, but he's helpless under her interrogation techniques. First she makes him feel guilty, and then he feels sorry for her, and the next thing you know, he's invited her along, and he thinks it was his own idea.
You should have stopped him going round.
Oh, how could I? Ever since your granddad died, he's been stopping in every day after work. If he hadn't, she'd have smelled a rat. But it's backfired on her this time. And she's even brought that enormous old bag with her.
Her bits and bobs bag? You know she never goes anywhere without it. Here, let me have a word. She usually listens to me.
All right, one moment. Jean, Laura would like a word.
Is that you, Laura?
Yes, Gran, it's me, and I've told you before, there's no need to shout.
I suppose this was her idea? You talking to me?
No, it's mine. Now, Gran, you can't sit in the deck chair all weekend.
I won't be sitting in it all weekend. I'll be going home.
But you were looking forward to this weekend. Why do you want to go home?
Why? I'll tell you why. Your mother's tricked me, that's why. I wouldn't be surprised if she's trying to get rid of me once and for all.
Well, I think you're exaggerating just a bit.
No, I'm not. She's been trying to finish me off for years with her cooking. She can't wait to get her hands on me coronation mugs.
Gran, She is not trying to finish you off. Now, tell me all about it.
Well, on Monday, when your dad popped in,
On his way from work, like he always does.
well, on Monday, when he popped in, let's see, I heard your mom rang, and I heard your dad mention Sunny Meadows. Not that I was eavesdropping, you understand, but that's where we used to go on holiday when your dad and your Auntie Josie were little. Well, the next day when he popped in, I just happened to be looking at some old holiday snaps and remembering all the wonderful holidays we had there. It's like I said, looking at these photos is the nearest I'll get to seeing Sunny Meadows again before I die. Well, he insisted I come along, because as you know, our Laura, I am not one to invite myself where I am not wanted.
So what's the problem?
Well, nothing's the same. And your mother must have known. Well, all of the caravans are gone, and they've replaced them with cabins and then funny-shaped tents. You know, like the Boy Scouts use. I think they come from Magnolia.
I think you mean yurts, and they come from Mongolia, Gran.
I mean, imagine me sleeping in a tent at my age. Do I look like a girl guide?
You know, Gran, Dad told me in confidence that he especially wanted you with him this weekend. He said it wouldn't be the same without you.
Oh, did he? Well, it's only right I should be here. After all, a mother should always come first in her son's life.
Now you won't tell him I told you, will you?
Oh, you know me, our Laura. I'm the soul of discretion. But isn't that just like him? Such a thoughtful boy. Pity he had to bring your mother along. But I suppose he had to. Don't you worry, Laura. I'll make the best of it for your dad's sake.
Good on you, Gran. Bye.
Bye, Laura, love.
Hello?
I think she'll be all right now. And just try and enjoy yourself, Mom.
Oh, I will, love.
Oh, I nearly forgot. When Dad popped around the other day, Tom was throwing out some old sports stuff. You know what Tom's like. He sees something on the telly and he decides he just has to have a go. But it never lasts.
Oh, don't tell me your father rummaged through it and he brought some stuff home.
Afraid so.
Oh, I wondered why he insisted on packing his own bag. He never packs his own bag. Do you know, he has no idea how his shorts and socks get into his drawers. He thinks a little fairy puts them there. The same little fairy that washes them.
Oh, no. Well, I'll see you later, Mom. Have a
right.
good time. Bye.
Bye, love. So, you're going to stay. Shall I take your hat and coat?
Me Cardi?
Yes.
I suppose so. Do you know, Sheila, I never would have come if I'd known how this place had changed.
You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't.
Now she tells me.
Are those trousers supposed to be like that?
Like what?
Half-mast.
Oh, they are not half-mast. They're cropped.
Oh, is that what they call them these days? Laura was wearing some when she came round last week.
Yes, we bought them together. Do you like them?
Well, I like them on Laura, but then again, that style does suit the younger woman. Our Laura's always had a good dress sense. Guess that's from her dad's side. I always know how to dress for every occasion. Take your wedding, for example.
You wore black at our wedding.
Exactly. I was in mourning. It's not every day that a mother loses a son.
Loses a son. We only live 3 streets over.
And that's 3 streets too far for a mother to be separated from her son. Oh, there he is.
Oh, the wanderer returns.
All right, love. Everything sorted? Good. Would you like me to take that big old bag for you, Mum?
Oh, no, thank you, son.
Well, what you got in there?
Oh, bits and bobs. Things I might need. Like what? Torch. Me tissues. Calamine lotion. And deep heat.
Deep heat. Are your knees bothering you then?
Oh, they might be. But you know me, Sheila, I'm not one to complain. Nutcrackers and wooden spoon.
What do you want nutcrackers and a wooden spoon for?
Well, I use the nutcrackers to open them bottles with the child-proof tops. And I use the wooden spoon to lever the pull rings on cans. They don't think of us pensioners when they design things. I used to love a corned beef sandwich.
Well, don't you like a corned beef sandwich now?
Well, yes, but I can't open the tin, even with me nutcrackers and wooden spoon.
You can always call me, Mum. I'll come round and open the tins for you.
Oh, I know you will, son, but I don't like to bother you.
Since when?
Epsom salts for me bowels.
Oh, couldn't you have gone just this once without that?
That's the problem. I can't go without them. That's why I take them. And then there's me toilet roll.
Oh, Jean. They do provide toilet rolls.
Well, that's as may be. But I can only use the ones with the kittens on. Otherwise, I come out in a rash.
Well, it's a good thing you've got your calamine lotion then, isn't it? Ugh. I'm gonna go hang up your hat and coat. Your cardi. A pity I can't hang you up somewhere.
And then there's me indigestion tablets. I'll definitely need them if she's cooking.
Oh, well, Mum, Sheila is a very good cook. It's one of the reasons I married her. Well, not as good as you, of course. Yeah, I've been having a look around the old place.
Oh, have they still got that clubhouse, you know, the one with the piano, where everybody used to get up and do a turn?
Yeah, the clubhouse is still there. Yeah, it's a restaurant now. Well, we could have Sunday lunch there if you like.
Oh, you know me, Aunt John. I'd never say no to a Sunday roast dinner. I suppose that little cinema house in the village has gone.
Yeah, he knocked it down and built 6 houses.
Oh, shame. We always went there when there was a cowboy film on, remember?
Yes, I do. You used to buy me and Josie a bag of penny chews and an ice cream in the interval.
And you always had chalk ice.
That's right, I did. Oh, I'll tell you what is still there, that little fish and chip shop.
Oh.
And they've got a cafe, and they do cook breakfasts. Oh, I better go finish emptying the car. Oh, I picked this up in reception. Tells you all about the place.
Oh.
Oh, and there's a prize drawer in the front there if you fancy entering.
Oh, well, what's the prize?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I'll give it a go. Not that I ever win anything anyway. Here, Sheila.
Sunny Meadows, the home of sustainable, eco-friendly camping. Stay in one of our yurts and experience a glamping holiday that offers you a chance to get back to nature.
Glamping?
Yes, it's all the rage these days. It's luxury camping.
What's luxurious about a few hairy rugs, some stripy cushions, and a set of flashing fairy lights?
And they're very green. We care about the environment and make the most of green energy and what nature provides. We use solar and wind power to lessen our carbon footprint, and we run our laundrette on filtered rainwater. And listen to this. They even make their own toilet paper from newspaper and grass. What do you think of that?
I think you'd certainly be green if you used their toilet paper. I'll stick to mine with the kittens on, thank you very much. Talking of toilets, where are they?
I don't know. Oh, here we go. The toilet and shower block are through those trees and down that path. Do you think you can manage at your age?
Don't you worry about me. I remember when I was little, me and my sister Annie used to stay at Grand's. We had to use a communal bucket toilet at the bottom of the garden.
A communal bucket toilet? Ugh, how many people used it?
Only 4 families. Mind, they had large families in those days. There was a wooden plank with 2 holes. A big hole for the adults and a little hole for us children. Me and Annie knew never to sit on the big hole. We knew what we'd land in if we fell through.
It doesn't bear thinking about.
And there was no lock on the door. So we had to sing hymns to let people know we were in there. Oh, happy days.
Oh, hilarious. What happened if you had to go at night?
We used the gazunder,
A gazunder.
the poe, the jerry, a chamber pot.
Oh, a chamber pot.
What should we have for tea?
Oh, I thought we'd eat at the on-site restaurant. They have wonderful salads.
Rabbit food. You know, Sheila, I can't digest salad with my delicate stomach. What did we always have on the first night of our holiday when you were a little boy?
Fish and chips.
And mushy peas and a pickled egg. And I'll treat you both to a battered sausage.
Battered sausage, my favourite.
It's unhealthy.
It's tradition.
Come on, Mum, why don't I show you around the old place?
Oh, that would be lovely, son. We can take a stroll down memory lane.
What about me?
Oh, we wouldn't want you to feel left out. So you stop here and get everything ready. We'll come back with the fish and chips.
And the battered sausages. Come on, son. I'll treat us to an ice cream, and I can post my entry for the prize draw.
I'll get everything ready. There. And you know where you can stick your battered sausage.
Early Saturday afternoon. I found out people back there can't read it.
Put it in my bag.
What are you knitting?
A tea cozy. But if it doesn't fit the pot, I'll give it to Sheila as a hat for her birthday.
Have you noticed? You don't get rind on bacon anymore.
What made you think of that?
A breakfast we had at the cafe. When I was little, you used to hang the rind out for the birds. It looked like little worms.
Oh, that's right, I did. And we always had fried bread. They don't seem to bother nowadays.
Right, it's because it's considered bad for you. It's too much fat.
Oh, a little fat never did me any harm. I remember when me and Anna used to come home from school and have bread and dripping sandwiches with loads of salt and pepper. And we used to have goose grease rubbed on our chests if we had a cold.
Yeah, well, fortunately, things have changed. We've got Vicks Vapo Rub now.
lot of things have changed. And not all for the better.
Like what?
Money, for one. I liked shillings and pence. You always knew where you were with them. Everything went up when they went decimal. And shops. I remember when you used to go to the butcher for your meat, and the grocer for your groceries, and the baker for your bread. Now it's all supermarkets, full of stuff you don't know you need until you get there. When my friend Rosie was ill, she sent her husband for a loaf and some milk, and he came back with a wet suit, 3 rows of duct tape, and a set of socket spanners.
I always tell Sheila to buy their duct tape when they got it.
And another thing, when a hearse went by, everybody in the street stood still, and all the men would take off their hats as a mark of respect. They don't bother today.
Oh, nobody wears a hat. There must be some things that are better now.
Oh, the telly. The first one we had was in black and white, and it only had 2 channels.
I remember. It was about that big,
Yes.
and it had this funny little round area with the 2 prongs sticking up. Your dad used to stand behind the telly, waving it around until we all shouted, "Stop!"
And central heating. Beestall gravy granules, the ones in the glass jar. And 1 cup tea bags. Oh, but the best thing is the automatic washing machine.
The automatic washing machine. Why?
I remember when my poor mum only had a dolly and a peg. It took her all day to do the washing.
What's a dolly and a peg?
Well, a dolly is a metal tub about so high, and you filled it with buckets of hot water. And the peg was a large wooden stick. That's what I'm looking for, a stick. With 3 wooden legs, and you had to move it up and down to get the washing clean. It was hard work. And I remember me poor mum used to put a Reckitt's blue bag into the water to keep the whites white.
Well, how can something blue keep something white?
I don't know, but it did. And if you were stung by a wasp or a bee, you put the blue bag into the water and you rubbed it on the sting.
You had some funny ideas in the old days.
Having a good time, son?
Yeah, smashing. Sheila's going to have to watch herself with the sun, though. You know how easily she burns.
In spite of everything you've had to put up with, you're still thinking of Sheila's well-being.
Well, what do you mean in spite of everything I've had to put up with?
Sheila's problem. I never realized how bad she was.
Sheila's ill?
There you go, sticking up for her, making excuses for her drinking.
Her drinking? Oh, no, you got it wrong, Mum. Sheila doesn't usually drink. It's just because she's on holiday.
If you say so, son. I now know exactly why you wanted me here with you this weekend.
You do? Oh, I'll go see if she's awake. Oh, you won't say anything about last night, will you? Sheila might be embarrassed.
Oh, as if I would. You know me, son. Mum's the word.
I knew I could count on you. Oh, I've got to go get ready for my little adventure.
Morning.
Morning, love. Mum's outside.
Morning, Jean.
Good afternoon, Sheila. You missed breakfast. We had ours 2 hours ago. Sleep well?
No. I was up half the night with indigestion. It must have been those battered sausages.
I had the battered sausages, and they didn't give me indigestion, and I have a delicate stomach.
Well, it was the battered sausage. My stomach can't take greasy food.
Would you like to borrow me nutcrackers?
No, thank you. I'll manage.
I hope those painkillers are extra strong. They'll need to be all after all that wine you drank last night.
I only had 2 or 3 glasses.
In my day, a lady only had a small sherry or a port with lemon, not wine by the bottle.
I did not drink a bottle of wine.
No, it was a bottle and a half. Sheila, you know me, I'm not one to interfere or stick my nose where it's not wanted, but I think you have a problem.
Well, I popped into Laura's last week, and Tom didn't want these. He was only going to send them to the charity shop.
I'm not surprised.
So, what do you think?
I think you're a little old to be wearing shorts like that.
Oh, he is not. Ever since he was a little boy, he's looked good in shorts.
Well, he's not a little boy anymore.
It doesn't matter how old he is, he will always be my little boy. He was very athletic in school. I'll have you know, he won the egg and spoon race 3 years in a row.
That explains it then.
Explains what?
Why, he looks like a boiled egg in an egg cup.
I don't do I?
No, son, you look very nice.
Just don't go sitting on any walls, Humpty Dumpty.
I don't think you're in any position to criticize anyone.
What's that supposed to mean?
Sheila, I think you have a big problem.
Truer words were never spoken, Jean.
If you tell me what it is, I might be able to help.
Oh, you think you want to help? Okay, well, for
Would anyone
starters,
like a drink? Drink? Anyone?
Sheila will have a wine.
Jean always has a wine. She never stops.
I can make coffee or tea. I've got orange juice.
Orange juice.
Right. Now, let's just try and enjoy the rest of our time here, shall we? It's not very often we get to spend a weekend away together.
Thank God.
Right, now, I'm going to go to reception, pick up my bike and helmet. The instructor reckons we'll be gone about 2 hours.
2 hours? Do you think your legs can take 2 hours?
Of course I do. I used to ride my bike everywhere until I passed my driving test. Let's not peak too early.
Oh, that was 30 years ago. Now, you might want to ask them for a gel seat. You wouldn't want to aggravate your old problem.
Oh, Sheila, gel seats are for wimps.
Oh, don't say I didn't warn you.
You know, John's dad had the same problem. That's why he always wore bike clips.
Bike clips.
We'll have a barbecue when I get back. And I'm cooking. Oh, and Sheila, sweetheart, watch yourself in this sun. You know how easily you burn.
And then there's chicken. I remember when John and Josie were little, chicken was a luxury. You only had it Christmas, but it tasted like chicken. And it didn't come oven ready with a little plastic bag inside with the giblets. Oh no, you had to dress it yourself. First, you poured boiling water over the feathers to loosen it, and then you plucked it. I can remember that smell now. Wet dog. Now you can have it every day of the week. And there's 50 different sauces to cook it in, because it don't taste of anything. And let me tell you another thing. I remember when a woman never went to a bar to bought a drink. Now, you may think you have it better today, women's lib and all that, but when I was courting John's dad, he always paid. The men were expected to. Oh, this sun is so strong. I think I'll go in for an hour and have a nap. You coming? Sheila, are you asleep? I'll give her Humpty Dumpty.
Hello?
Hey, Dad, how's it going?
Great, yeah. We're having a barbecue, and I'm cooking.
Men and their barbecues. So what else have you been up to?
Well, this afternoon I've been on a 10-mile bike ride.
You haven't. Are you in any pain?
No, I'm fine, thank you very much. That stuff Tom was throwing out came in very handy. Nobody else was wearing all the proper gear, only me.
I'd like to have seen that. Did you take any photos of yourself?
No, I didn't, no. Everyone else did.
So what have Mum and Gran been doing?
Oh, well, yesterday evening, me and your Gran went for a stroll, followed by her favourite fish and chips. And then this morning, me and your Gran went for breakfast in a cafe. And then, we had a lovely chat. We sit outside in the sun. She's telling me all about when she was a little girl in the old days.
Wait a minute, Dad. What about Mum?
Oh, yeah, she's all right. You know your mum. She doesn't like to complain.
Dad, what's she got to complain about?
Nothing much.
What do you mean, nothing much? Can I have a word with her?
She's a bit busy at the moment. The good thing is, your Gran's bits and bobs bag came in very handy. I just don't know what your mum would have done without it.
But Dad, let me
I've
talk
got
to
to
her.
go. My sausages need pricking. Love you, bye. Hello, Mum. How's Sheila doing?
Oh, she'll live. I don't know what all the fuss is about. You can hardly notice.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, but I don't think I've ever seen her this bad.
Well, I shouted for her to come in out of the sun. I don't know how she didn't hear me.
Oh, it's not your fault, Mum. She knows she has to be careful, and I did warn her earlier.
And I've given her all the help I can, and I don't think she appreciates it.
Oh, I'm sure she does. Hello, love. How are you feeling?
How am I feeling? How does it bloody look?
There's no need for swearing. After all, it's your own fault you got burnt.
You could have tried to wake me.
Well, I did try, but you were probably unconscious, still suffering the effects of too much wine.
I need a drink.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Yes.
You won't find drink is the answer to your problems.
No, but it makes the problem more bearable.
Oh, you keep it. You might want to apply another layer later.
Oh, that's good of you, Mum. Isn't that good of Mum, Sheila?
Oh, it's so good of your mom. I don't know what I'd do without her bits and bobs. Here's to the old bag.
Well,
Sunday afternoon.
Cup of tea, Mum?
oh, thank you, son. You are good to me. Oh. Hooligans! That ball hit me!
Oh, no harm done. They're only having a bit of fun.
Oi, mister, throw us our ball back.
Whatever happened to sorry and please?
Sorry, lady.
Sorry, lady. Oi, mister, throw us our ball back, please.
Here you go.
And watch where you kick your ball in future.
Don't get your knickers in a twist, Grandma.
Did you hear that? There's no respect these days. I remember when children were seen and not heard. I blame the parents. You turned out like you have because of me.
Huh, that's funny. Sheila always says that. Did you enjoy your Sunday lunch?
Well, yes, it was very nice. Except for the veggies. They weren't up to much. To my mind, if you have to cut a sprout in half, it's not cooked. And they don't cook the meat long enough for my liking. I like mine with crispy bits.
But you enjoyed the rest.
Well, apart from the Yorkshire pudding, it was them frozen ones. I nearly broke my false teeth biting into it.
How could you tell they was frozen?
I can cook. People can't cook these days. I just watch people doing it on the telly. Why, the other week, I saw some so-called celebrity chef cooking pig's feet in the kitchen of some posh restaurant. But he put them on a square plate and he added a few arty-farty bits and charged a fortune. In my day, it was what the working class people ate. You ended up with a plate full of bones and sticky fingers. And then there's tripe.
Oh, yes, well, fortunately we got a bit more choice now. Freezers do make life very easy. Sheila wouldn't be without ours, she swears, by McCain's. She buys their jam roly-poly and spotted dick, and they're both very good with tin custard.
Tinned custard? I always made my own custard. You can't get skin from tinned custard.
Yeah, or lumps. Sheila says it's very handy just opening a tin. Besides, I like it. It's creamy.
You're doing it again. Making excuses for Sheila. I've always said she wasn't good enough for you, and this proves it.
I'm just going to take the empty bottles down to recycling.
And so you should. You emptied most of them.
Oh, that's not quite true. The beer bottles are mine. Now, look, I'll do it. Oh, a bit of exercise will do me good. Help walk off that lunch.
All right, then I'll pack us up. And by the time you're back, we'll be ready for the off. Well, Jean, it's amazing what you can recycle these days, but I guess your generation wouldn't know much about that.
Like what do you recycle?
Like paper, glass, food waste, plastic, cardboard.
Empty custard tins? Yes. You're right, Sheila. Our generation weren't brought up to recycle. I remember when there was no free plastic bags. Food came in greaseproof paper, and you carried a thing called a basket with you when you shopped. Fruits and veg were bought loose, not in plastic trays or plastic bags. And milk and pulp and beer came in glass bottles that you washed and used again. We used washable terry nappies. We didn't have tumble dryers. We dried them on a washing line with what you call solar and wind power. And newspapers were saved for making fire lighters or given to the local chippy to wrap the fish and chips in. And as for bottled water, if you were thirsty, you went to a fountain for a drink.
A fountain?
Yes, a water fountain. All the parks had them. You're right, Sheila. It's like you said. Our generation didn't recycle. We didn't need to.
Oh, hello, Laura.
Hello, Mom. How's it going?
Oh, I just had a lecture about recycling from your gran, and it pains me to say it, but she was right.
Have you enjoyed yourself?
In a word, no. I've been force-fed battered sausage, spent the whole night awake with indigestion, Woke up with a hangover and now I'm sunburned. But your grand's had a good time.
Oh dear. Have you and Dad done anything together?
No. It's the same when those two get together. He turns into her little boy and they become inseparable.
You know, I don't think that's just Dad. A lot of men are like that. What time are you setting off for home?
Oh, about 4, and I'll be glad to see the back of this place.
Well, give me a call when you get home so I know you're safe.
Oh, will do, love. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mom. Now look what you've done.
Well, you should have saved it. Go on, you asked the old bag for it.
Old bag, am I?
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
my dad.
Yeah, and he'll sort you out.
Well, I'm going to get my son John and he'll sort your dad out.
Dad!
Right then, we'll be off as soon as Sheila's finished the packing.
I'm just going to reception to see if I won anything in the prize draw.
Oh, yeah.
There he is, Dad.
He's the one.
Oi, your name John?
Yes, it is.
Come here, I want a word with you.
Right.
So, you're the one who's going to sort me out, are you?
Oh, me? Ow! Oh, don't! Oh, why are you? Oh, so, oh, God, that hurts! Ow! Oh, no, why? Oh,
Oh, I think you can put your head forward now. I think it's stopped bleeding.
oh.
Now, tell me again what they said.
Well, he didn't say much. He was too busy hitting me. All I remember is something about a beast ball and how I should be glad that he didn't knit.
I wonder why he mentioned knitting.
Well, I think it had something to do with where he was going to stick the knitting needles if he did.
I wonder.
Wonder what, love?
I wonder why he mentioned knitting needles. Oh, I'll be glad to get out of here.
Oh, it's been nice. Up till now.
You'll never believe what's happened. Sean, have you had a nosebleed?
No, some man hit me.
Oh, well, why?
I don't know. He was just going on about a beast ball and knitting needles.
Knitting needles?
Yeah, knitting needles. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Me? No. Anyway, I've got some news that will cheer you up. I came in first in the prize draw.
You never.
I did. I can't believe it. I never win anything.
What's the prize?
A weekend for two in one of their luxury cabins.
Well, congratulations. Who are you bringing? Your friend Rosie?
Oh, no. Since we've had such a wonderful time, I thought I'd bring you.
Really?
Yes, and I'll treat us to fish and chips and a cooked breakfast.
Oh, and don't forget the battered sausage. Oh, but what about Sheila?
Oh, no. I'm happy to stay at home. You two go ahead. Don't worry about me.
Oh, Sheila, I wouldn't dream of leaving you out. I went to reception and I explained that there were 3 of us, and they said you could come along too. Just think of it as my chance to pay you back for this weekend. Last weekend next month suit you, son?
Yeah, fine.
I'll just go to reception and confirm the booking.
Well, what do you think about that then?
I think I better stock up on indigestion tablets and red wine.
The worst person I know. Oh, she worries me so. mouth. Steps it round to put me out.